Alright, that's a Sunfall. Please don't counter it. Please don't. No, don't you dare. I have a lot of mana. I will pay it. Please stop searching for a counters. I'm so scared, man. If he draws the counters... He doesn't have the mana, right? Alright, so our... Wow, he actually has everything. Okay, this is interesting. We probably go with this. That means 8 damage. And that's what we have to go for. Alright, full swing. Good decision. We will play the Emperor. And I'm not sure what we will go for. Probably the Codebreaker. He probably wants to play Ashok on the next turn, but maybe we force him on this one. I wonder what he will do. This is one of his best cards right now. And the bird kills it. Like, I'm not sure if that's the... I thought he will go for the next turn, simply because this will flip, so he will get naturally one defender. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we will showcase literally the highest win rate Azorius Control in Standard. So guys, if you want to hit Mythic, if you want to ladder, this is literally the best version to do it. So I think there's good value in this kind of knowledge. We'll also show you how to outplay decks even if you have bad draws. So if you were ever, you know, on the wrong side of the draws, maybe this will inspire you, because it will be interesting, I promise you. And you know guys, you know the deck, so we'll talk more about it in the outro, but for now, let's go directly into games, have fun, and if you aren't subscribed, maybe this is the day. If not, thank you for watching and enjoy. Alright, this is a strange one. Oh boy, I'm scared, but I'll take it. So there are no permanents in the board, so you know, they see we have no priority on spells, so when they cast something, they will know that we don't have a counter spell. Well, this helps. This really helps. Alright, so this is an artifact deck. I'll take it. That's actually really perfect. That means we will get the Jace value without having double blue, and that gives us some leniency to draw more cards, which we desperately need right now. Like, I need this card, man. Okay, this is a land for the next Jace. That's good. And they might even, you know, invest something into killing it. Generally, they don't play counter spells in this deck, but I'm not sure if that's the standard version. It seems to be very controlish, but maybe not. Maybe not. Can I use the powers? I don't think I can. I don't think I can. We need to keep the Sunfall. This will be so important. They might play this on the next turn, which we will probably normalize, so they cannot disable the Jace. And we'll do another card, probably. You know, it's kind of okay. We can use the Power Stone for the bird later, but we will use it way later. Right now we have better plays and better things to do, basically. I honestly think they will play a land into this, but we will see. I don't know their hand. Maybe they have something way better. Oh, Jace might be in trouble, but we have 4, so it's kinda okay. I would love them to have more. Yeah, see? They have it. They have it. I think it's a good deal, man. We can also use this to channel. You know what? I should actually not disable it. I didn't thought for, you know, so much, but I could use Eiganjo thanks to the Power Stone. I absolutely missed this play. Do I want to draw more cards? I really think we do. Okay, those were some powerful ones. The draw is not absolutely perfect. But we will have to keep the board clear before the next Jace hits, because we need 2 cards from this one, and we need to get into our big stuff, you know? We also have Farewell, right? And Farewell against this kind of deck kinda wins the game. Like, they have nothing that goes around. They basically need to reload the full gameplay and start from 0 again. So they kinda need to kill you twice if you cast Farewell. Alright. I think I keep Eiganjo as a land, honestly. 2 damage. They are not very damage based, so we'll just, you know, force them to play differently. I need to tap out to 4. Braided net. Huh. That's kinda okay, I think. So let's kill the spider first. And yeah, and probably start going with Jace. Don't tell me they have counterspells. Okay. Alright. Did they think they will counter it or something? It feels this way. This could threaten the Jace, right? Alright, so if I play Jace, I only have 2 mana. I think we can do it, man. I think we can do it. We'll just exile Sanfor or something. I know it's not perfect, but I think it's so worth it. This is a 5/5. Yeah, they can use it, but after we do the thing. So, yeah, not perfect for them. They can start disabling Jace for the next, you know, since the next turn, basically. But we already got some extra... Oh. Did we tap the right mana? Oh my god, the tapper. The tapper really doesn't like the Painlands. Tapper really values very highly your life total, so everything that costs life is usually like fully disabled. So you know there's no situation that someone didn't pay attention and he lost because of a Painland or something. So I guess it makes sense, but I always like this is one of the mistakes I'm usually making. I don't pay enough attention to it, and it gets me like this. Man, imagine having no more lives right now. Well, that would be great, but I'm not there. I honestly also didn't pay attention to it because I didn't have blue cards, so you know, you kinda don't feel that maybe you will draw Normalize and then you will maybe need this blue mana, but that was a game deciding mistake, honestly. They draw only 2 cards, so it's not the end of the world, but they get ramp, they get value, like it's really not where we want to be. On the bright side, if we counter to this one, I mean they tap the artifacts, because they can activate this one, right? And try to attack Jace with it, which is probably something they will do. Oh, they're going for the card though. Okay, that's fine. But they need to pay more mana for it. Alright, I think we march main phase. Interesting, they do not respect Jace one bit, man. One bit. Alright, let's punish them. I mean, the next Jace might actually hit 3 cards. Well, this is such a weird draw. That's a 4 march. Oh, we really like to draw this kind of stuff. I think he's low on value, so we will go with what? This is 3, I believe. Yep, that's a good tap. So in this way we negate all the value, and I mean we go from there. Don't forget we can always hit Memory Deluge, which will win us the game, and Farewell. Those are the cards that are probably instant win, but you know, we need to draw them. And that will decide how good at Magic we are. They can make a couple of Mightstone and the Wickstone, I think, with the Gardens, the land he just played, but it will cost, I think, 6 mana. But they can absolutely do it and get some extra cards. But you know, they will have to sacrifice one of them. It's okay. Oh, right, it has Summoning Sickness, right? This always gets me, literally every time. Because they need to craft with Artifact and then it has Summoning Sickness. It always gets me. And this is 2 mana. Do I want to remove it right now? Honestly, I think I do. Like, we have so many of the marches that I think it's okay. If they counter it, that's fine. That means they won't counter the next thing. Oh man, they're really, you know, serious about this one. Okay, I can you know, get my Jace back. So they will try to attack with this. We march it. That will be 3 mana. They really care about it. They got some new cards, but you know what? I honestly think we should go with this. They really cared about it, so let's do it while they are tapped. And that will be Filter for in. Alright, I need to Otawara Jace probably. Man, they really care about it. Like, it seems like it's their last big play, but it's hard to believe. They should have so much more. Alright. This is colorless. It could be no more ice, and they are trying to find a way to get the second mana. I could attack with the bird, but I think I will just use Otawara and replay Jace basically. I still could have no more ice mana if we really want, but yeah, like 2 damage and the map token is not good enough. We want to, you know, keep our plays going. Oh, they have more. So they can craft with artifact again. That's okay. It's kinda okay. Let's see what they will do. They need to do it at sorcerer speed, pay a lot of mana. They have it, but they need to tap 1 land and those 2. And then we still get a full turn. And when they attack, we can always take Jace back. That will make a problem with using the ability a little bit, which is unfortunate. Sure. And don't forget we have a blocker. This doesn't have a drum. They really play like this is their last card. But they have like this, so they should absolutely have so much value in the deck. Alright. Do I try to replay Jace with this? No, man, my draws suck. I'll be honest, they are really bad. So we can sacrifice the Anchorage for this and defend Jace. And then we'll get the double play. And that's probably good enough.
You can be made to obey.
I guess I could kill one of those, but maybe if they activate it. Yeah, this is really good for them. They can cycle cards and basically get a really solid selection. But if I answer it, I won't have enough mana for my play. And they still need to discard something, but they are flooded a little bit, so they don't mind it. So this is really good for them. They have 3 artifacts, so they are making selection out of 3. This is the biggest deal. Oh man, this is huge card. And I cannot counter it, right? Yep. Alright. So be it. But this is probably a start of the end. This is the card that if you don't counter and if you don't fare well and you don't march it, like it takes over the game in like 2 or 3 turns. But maybe with Sunfall we can make some magic happen. Here it comes. So I think we go with the bird, right? If they try to kill it, now we have no more ice. So we kinda should be okay. Not the best play of my life, but also not the worst. And I can kill the garden, but then they will respond with something. They can just double synthesizer. And I mean, this way we can draw extra cards with Jace and mill more cards from them. Do I want to kill something? They will just copy it, right? I really feel I should destroy one of those lands. I'm not sure which one of them. Non-token artifact. I think this is way more scary. It becomes a copy, so it's not a land anymore. So if he answers with this, I lose a land. Right? Because the spell, the effect fizzles, so I think I have to go for this one. Also, this means they need to tap mana if they want to get the value. And that means they only have 2 mana for counterspells, so it makes our plays a little bit easier. And I kinda need this land to make the play. I didn't count it, but I think I can play the Jace. Alright, we will absolutely take the island because we are really short on the blue mana. Man, this will be hard. Look at this farewell. Oh, I want it. I want it so bad. That would solve literally everything. And we are trying to get there, man. We are trying to get there. Alright, so we have 2 ways to play it, but I probably want to get this value, then Otawara this, and then replay it on the next turn. And let's see what they're doing right now. When they try to go for a lot of artifacts, we can sun for. Please give me good card. Oh my god, this is so bad, man. This is really so bad. So I Otawara it when they attack it. They will attack Jace. Because this is super menacing for them. Yeah, the Gardens will be a huge problem. I think they should go for the Synthesizer, because that will make all the, you know, copies. I could bounce it, but then I lose Jace, and then I have no place. And if I hit one farewell during this whole game, I win instantly. Glyph Bridge. That's not very good. How do you work? 3 or greater. Enters the battlefield. So I could double counterspell it. This will also tap them out. Listen, I think it's the best deal we have. And we'll still have enough mana for Otawara, and then we save literally everything. And I don't want to cast Sunfall on the next turn because I won't be ready. Like, I need to make my Jace play. And listen, at some point we need to draw cards. I don't really love the fact that, you know, it gets exiled. But we'll try. Man, we will try. Yeah, he will go for the Jace. Like, we have everything planned, but we need better draws than this. Like, we just need to draw better cards, simple as that. We are getting back our... Like, this Jace is just going around our stuff for 5 turns, man. If they try to kill it, I don't think they have removal. Like, they wouldn't attack so hard with this if they had get lost or something. Yep. So they whiffed on attack. Yep. Alright, what do you do? I mean, it gets us closer, right? A little bit. But now we... this one, okay, so we can actually go with Flanker and try to get more value. Yep, we will do it again. Man, I wish it was 2 more cards. Man, this exile, man, we exiled so much. Huh, you really want it, huh? That's actually really good for them, because that means we cannot we cannot save the Jace, probably. Unless we draw a land? I'm not sure if we played something. I could... do we really go with this weird plan of just milling them? If I mill them for 15, they have 9 cards. Then every Jace is a win. Every single Jace is a win, but 9 cards is enough. I really think we need to start drawing more cards, man. Because if we draw a land, we can, you know, protect Jace for extra turn. Well, I think I lost. We lost Jace. We cannot play the flanker. So, not very good so far. How many Jaces do we have? 2 more. Good for them. This is what they're trying to do for so many turns, and because we didn't hit a land, we can't play 3 mana drop. So, you know, it's okay. We'll try to go with Sunfall. This will keep hitting us. I wish I had blue mana as well. I think the tapper also got us here, because I don't think we needed to tap all the blue Painland mana. So we could counter it and deny so much value. So second time the tapper got us and I didn't really realize it. So it's a little bit of both, you know. However, this is okay. So that removes the... well, I guess it removes this as well, so it's not the worst. I'll take it. And we'll pay more attention to the blue mana right now. I lose the Power Stone, but I'm not using it super much, so we are okay with it. Negate can be useful at some crucial turn, for example with Farewell. With Flanker we should be able to, you know, survive a little bit longer. Alright, man, we are really working for it, huh? Okay, we have double Jace, so they will very soon start winning the game. I didn't want to go for the 9 cards because I feel... What are you? Alright, this is definitely not what they want. Because if I gave him 9 turns to win, And I got like 0 extra value. I don't think I can, you know, go so long. And with double Sunfall, we can stall for like 3 turns in total. Sure. So I'm trying to, you know, gain life, scry, and finally get some value cards in my control deck. We're definitely going on, like, you know, the lowest stuff we have, basically. I don't remember if he has counterspells. And not no more lies. Let's choose the right one. This is the most important. Like, it accelerates our gameplay by so many turns. Oh man, do we really go with triple Sunfall? It's kinda how he wants to kill us, right? I should not go for this play, man. So I'm casting the first Sunfall on this turn already. You know what? Let's go. This could be a game-winning card, depending on the situation. Listen, we are going with it. They might use the Franz Spider, right? They have the mana. Yep, they absolutely have the mana. And we have Negate to force this going through. Oh, they're searching. This is interesting because they didn't go for the spider. I think that's because they are not looking for the artifact, they are looking for a counterspell, and because of priority we know it didn't work. And I mean, they need to kill us. They are at 14 cards because of all the milling Jace did, and every time, so this is probably super important. Yeah, this will be basically an infinite value engine for them. So I might regret using Negate here, but I honestly think this is a good target. Okay, that's okay. The only reason they are doing it is for the tokens, and the tokens are not good enough. They aren't even so huge, like it should be 12-12 by now. So do you think we activate the token or we sweep the board? I mean, we can do it later. You know what? This can be good. Oh, you like those Painlands, huh? You like those Painlands. Alright. So we can champion. So we are winning with the Jace. Man, by the way, we play Memory Deluge in this deck. You wouldn't tell, but we do. So I can just Sunfall this again and force him not to have artifacts, but they will use the Vault probably. Then I can use 2 tokens to cycle the draw with Celestus. This is not the worst, honestly. I can take 1 hit and use 1 token, and then make another Sunfall. I don't think they can kill me with 1. This is a little bit risky, because I literally might die right now. But I think the chance is pretty low. Well, maybe not so low, but with the life gain from Celestus we should kinda be okay. Oh boy. We can play this. Alright guys, like this is not a great idea, but I'm going with it. Oh man, I will regret it so hard. Don't forget, we have Farewell in this deck that automatically wins the game, and Jace that automatically wins the game. So we have like 3 cards in those 31 that instantly win us the game. But can we draw them? He plays a lot of 3 steps ahead, so there is a chance he plays all 4. Okay, that forces me to read the card again. Every few months I need to read it and not remember what it does. Cast a spell during their turn. They cannot attack each opponent. Okay, I don't attack. Cool. It has Summoning Sickness, which is big deal. Yep. But that's not enough to kill us, and that means we can use Sunfall on top. Yeah, let's keep the token. We want to get the sweet scry as soon as possible. The downside is that it could be countered. And I would kinda die. Alright, the cards we needed the whole game. Alright, so we will Sunfall this. And we want to go Memory Deluge on top of it. And then we go... you know what, I'll take it. I think it's okay. So now, even if this dies, we don't die. I think we're doing it. I'm really scared about this discarding Sunfall, but it gave us extra value on this turn. So I think it's okay. Let's make sure that the mana is right. Alright, that's a Sunfall. Please don't counter it. Please don't. No, don't you dare. I have a lot of mana, I will pay it. Please stop searching for a counters. I'm so scared, man. If he draws the counters, he doesn't have the mana, right? He has 3 mana counter spells, and we can pay 3 mana. Yep, I kinda whiffed. And listen, I will even risk Memory Deluge in this. Like, they are short, like, they cannot kill us in time, probably. Hopefully, hopefully. That's my wishful thinking right now. Yep, 3 creatures, but we'll get the Power Stone. They're actually useful for us. We have quite a lot of artifacts right now. The Founder is not perfect, but I'm trying to, right now, go for the Farewell. Like, with Memory Deluge, we can absolutely get there. Alright, so, no attack. We go for 4 mana. It also means that one of the cards, if we miss, we can cycle it. And oh boy, we will miss. Let's go Field of Ruin, because they really like this one. And now I can cycle this really bad Field of Ruin. Alright, it's getting a little bit scary. So, 4, 2 from the Power Stones and 2 from this. I don't think I need it. It's a good card, but they soon won't have library. Can I wait? Man, I didn't draw any value card for like 15 turns and I get triple Memory Deluge. Can I get my Jace, please? I'm a little bit scared, but if we hit Jace with this, we win. We have 4, 2. Oh boy. I mean, we should be winning still, right? I think we can do it. Because the upside of drawing Jace instantly is so huge right now. Man, what the hell are those draws? We have 3 wincons in those last 22 cards. Alright, that was a disaster. I don't even know what to take because they're so bad. Sure, I guess. I also wasted the Celestus life gain for this play, so I'm not super happy right now. But I hope we can do the same thing on the next turn, and I hope we can survive with those 2 tokens and the Emperor. But it might get rough. They probably don't have too much instant speed removal. If they play the Braided Net, it might be a problem, because when we activate the token, they will tap it. And I think that might kill us. And they can get it back. Yeah, with the Founder, they basically can get any card from their deck. 1. Oh, but we have Power Stones, and that's kinda everything we have, because... Oh man, no, all the 3 lands were tapped as well. So not only I drew 3 lands, but all of them were tapped, because this 1 extra mana would activate another token. Honestly, I think this is a really bad play. Because that probably gives us full extra turn. It will hurt, but it gives us extra turn. They needed to go for the Braided Net and tap the blocker, I think. Alright, so first things first, we activate the small token. We just need to go into blockers and do this. Alright, that's a start. Now we need to play the Emperor. I don't think they have a counter spell. They didn't have them, and they are not drawing a lot of cards. And that gives us a full extra turn to hit Farewell, Jace or Jace. Man, I'm working so hard to play around my bad draws. Like, if we drew Memory Deluge for, like, you know, first 10 turns or something, we would get to the third Jace so quickly. So right now we are just cycling cards, and let's get some more lands. We still have them in the deck. Oh boy. Like, those draws are really not great, man. But I think we can still win this. So if I play this, can I play Jace and win? I think so. But if I miss... so if I play this, I can hit Farewell and play it. Also, I have way more choice on the rest of the stuff. This is really scary, man. We also need to make sure that we tap the right mana. Alright, so what do we go for? 6, 7 mana on top of it, so farewell. So let's actually count. So is it worth? So we have 2 Jays and 1 farewell. We get basically double chance of drawing every card, so statistically we should go for Memory Deluge for 7. So listen, let's go. Do we have double blue? Yes, we do. But we should still go for it, man. I don't trust the tapper. I do not trust it one bit. Yep, let's go like this. Please, Jace, let my agony end. I really deserve this one, man. Of course, I knew we won't hit it. Like, it's a given that you aren't getting it. However, we have the lockdown, so that helps a little bit. Okay, let's count the mana. So how much do we have? It will kill my token as well. That's not perfect. But we can make an Emperor -1. So that's a thing. So we will play this. Yeah, I guess. I don't think we need a land. Is this Memory Deluge for more? So 4, 4, and potentially still Jace. Listen, I'm going for it. I'm not sure if that's the best play, but if we draw untapped land, I think we can double Memory Deluge. I could attack with this first, because I'm losing all of it anyway. And if they counter it for some reason, I'm dead anyway, right? 3, 2, 2, we get hit for 12 or 13. Alright, so we kinda have to go with this play. Let's attack. You know, it's such a weird attack that it actually has the chance to go through. Because it makes absolutely zero sense. Unless you realize it will be a sweeper. You know, it's not a Sunfall, so we don't get the token. Sometimes they cast something, you know. You need to work to your outs. And we need to go with this and get another turn. I think it also exiles the Foundry, so it's really helpful. Please stop trying to hit your counters, but like I cannot, man, I cannot stand it. Oh, they're taking one card from the rest of their deck. Well, I'm sure they will draw better card than I did, but they don't have counterspells. They actually don't have one in the deck. Do we go with -1 with the Emperor? Yeah, because otherwise they will just attack the Emperor, so we actually gain more this way. Oh, I can cycle a card, that's huge. Every time I can get an extra draw and extra J. I think this is good, so let's get rid of Soul Partition. Even though it can also hit Temporal Lockdown, but it costs more mana this way. Man, listen, I'm really working for this win. I have 3 wincons in those 19 cards. Literally 3 wincons. Alright, here's your bird. So we kinda, I think we know that he has no counter spells in the deck. Still lands. Guys, do you believe it? Like, I'm scared to go for Memory Deluge because double Jace will probably be last 2 cards. Oh man. I can maybe go double Deluge, right? This into this, and I can still cast Jade. Let's go for it. I need those cards. I also didn't pay attention to the tapper. It got me. Thank you. See, all of the 3 wincons stacked at the bottom. All right, so it's Jace into Jace. No, because I got hit by the tapper again because I don't pay attention to it. Great. So what is the play? Worst. Okay, I think I know. Man, I want to farewell this board so hard, but we cannot. We go like this. And then we play the lockdown. So if this gets countered, I still win. But it doesn't. Alright, we got him. Oh my god, this was the worst draw ever and we still won, man. I'm so happy. I'm sorry you didn't see farewell, but this was the better play, clearly. Right, we're partially good at Magic. but we might get mana screwed. Listen, I think I know what will happen, but we'll try. That's a mono black. This is extremely good draw. Absolutely amazing draw. And we cannot get Azorius mana, so Normalize won't do it. But at least we can go into, you know, something. Creature, enchantment, planeswalker. They probably wanted the Emperor, but we have two of them, so it is possible they went with Jace. They don't have basics. Yeah, let's go with this one so we can go with Normalize, even though they know about it, which is a huge deal. That means they won't play into it for a very long time. But they only have basics, and I only draw Field of Ruins. But with Mirex we can kinda do it, so now they are forced to do something, otherwise they are falling behind. Here's Soaring, man, they play it into counterspell. That probably means they have multiples, I would guess. Alright, they know about literally everything we have, so they should make perfect plays. I think they have double Soaring. I don't see any reason to play exactly, to play differently. And they should +1.
Consider yourself fortunate.
I think we can still beat it, but it will be much harder, and if they have a cut down, we are in some serious troubles. Here's Ash, man, they are serious about this Planewalker stuff. Okay, no instants. Let's see, if that's a cut down. Okay, that's not a cut, that's huge, man. That's actually huge. Let's play land. You know, we are playing a bit of a weird game, but this is what we have to do right now. I need to kill it, man. I really need to kill it. So they want to play Ashok on the next turn. So that means we buff this, because we need we need 4 mana basically to activate this one. And I want to have this damage at my disposal without using all this mana. And honestly, we can go like this. I will keep the bird possibly better, but we can also draw a land. Well, that's not a card. That's definitely not the card. So no, we kinda solved Soaring, but now Ashok is coming. And it might be harder. If he makes tokens, it will be 3 loyalty, right? So then we can use the bird and kill it. And if he goes +1, we just attack with 3 and 3. So we got him in a bit of a pickle. And this seems to be a pure Planeswalker deck, and they have 6 mana, so on the next turn there can be Kaya. Okay, this is absolutely great. This is... How many do you have, man? Oh man, that's a serious commitment. Like, I'll tell you, man, this is a serious commitment. This is a basic, right? You know, just making sure. Alright, so I can just use Mirex, right? He wants to set up the Ashok, probably. So we go like this, we can make Mirex token. And we can start pumping them so they will be bigger, and they will become a threat, even without the poison. Life gain, absolutely not useful for him right now. So he kinda invested a lot into this one removal, basically. I wouldn't be surprised if he has like 2 cards and the rest is like fodder, or, you know, yeah, Field of Ruins. This is actually not bad for him, man. He sacrificed it instantly, so I cannot go for my Field of Ruin. And let's go for Plains, right? And now we can go for Plains and play the Emperor at the end step if we want. Alright. A bit of a weird game, but you know what? We are doing stuff. He probably wants to play Ashok on the next turn, but maybe we force him on this one. I wonder what he will do. This is one of his best cards right now. And the bird kills it. Like, I'm not sure if that's the... I thought he will go for the next turn, simply because this will flip, so he will get naturally 1 defender. I think I probably want the Emperor value. So I need 4 mana basically for the bird. I have 3. And then what? What will we do? I'm not sure. But we can just Sunfall probably. I want to get the maximum value. We don't have too much going on right now. Man, we actually have one blue. That's fine, our hand is different. He should really use Field of Ruin, that was so bad. Alright, let's go. So, this goes on Ashok, this goes on Face, and we start from there. I think we're in a decent spot. Man, I didn't expect this. This is great. Absolutely great. That means there's even less board pressure. They lost Ashok, they didn't really get anything, man. You know what? He has so many planeswalkers that I think we go with the Anchorage, you know, counters. Okay, that's fine. It's kinda okay. And we have Soul Partition. We'll see how it goes. So he has a little bit of pressure in the board. I think we might Sunfall later, especially if he plays like Shoal. Kaya or something like this will be a big problem though. So I'm a little bit scared for her. And he has the... no, he needs double white. That's a very weird splash. It feels like pure mono black. With like Path of Peril, and he might play white mana for Path of Peril. Okay. Probably pumping one of the creature. Sure. He will probably try to kill the Emperor, I think. He does know that we have more. I still think we can just win against his board. And if the last card... so this is a removal, at least it feels like it. It could also be the Sweeper. Or maybe something way stronger. So they might go with Jace or Mirrex. But I'll take it, man. I'll take it. They cannot go for the Emperor because there's none in the graveyard. That means we get, you know, token into token, and they basically have one top deck against it. They went with Jace, which is okay choice. But they don't really get too much out of it. And we can also go with the bird, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and we have the Emperor mana. That's perfect. We can just go all in, basically. And the bird got some counters. Not too many, but enough. And here we go, with the final countdown. The second Emperor is a huge deal. Oh, they have 2? Then we can plus. Yep. Alright. Good for them, but unfortunately it doesn't work like this. And I think with this they lost. Like, they're really falling behind right now, and we have enough removal. Alright, so what do we go for? We go with the bird. So, we go this, this. We activate the bird. We use Field of Ruin mana. We activate the map token. That has flying, so it's way better to kill, you know, stuff and players as well. We go like this. So this is what? 6... yeah, this is just 2 turn lethal. They need to draw removal very quickly. And we can remove their blocker, so, you know, we don't care. Alright, and we use this map token. I still think on the bird. Like, it's just so good. Alright, at least we have a better draw next turn. We could also just lock down, but then we use our token, so it's not worth it. We probably march at the end step on one of the transformed ones, and the second one is just, you know, waiting there. Takenuma into what, Soaring? Liliana is kinda okay. I mean, she gets the job done, right? So it's not the worst. It's not the worst.
And you think you can win?
Really? Well, that's probably the worst play he could ever make.
Drop it.
I mean, I just won. That was a very weird decision. I believe this is converted mana cost 2, so we kill this one. That means we have the full board and we swing for enough to kill them. That was a weird one. Yep, good guy, my friend. I really think they should go for the sacrifice. That would buy them the next turn. So potentially they could top deck maybe Kaya, maybe... I don't think they played Kaya in the end, but maybe Soaring, I don't know. They would have more chances at least. Alright, on the draw, not very good at Magic, but we will try to overcome it. And that's a tiny boss. Alright, I think our situation just improved dramatically. I honestly think we can go like this. With the lockdown, I don't think we'll exile any of the cards, and I want to make Azorius mana on the next turn. Yeah, this is a prime temporal lockdown, you know, situation right there. Okay, okay. Let's see it. I feel pretty confident here, because everything they play will be countered except the 3-drop that we can counter. And by countered I mean exile. Like, you know the drill. We don't have permanence, so the tiny bones isn't a big deal right now. What do they have? It could be sharded. I can just exile one, no more lies. This is 3 damage. Is this worth? Alright, I will try to go like this. I have so many counter spells, I really don't want to tap out. Not right now, at least. 3 damage, acquired. So we are playing a little bit risky, but we are getting more extra time, and our opponent tries to lowball his... well, that's a thing. Warlock. Is Investigator a Warlock? I have absolutely no idea, man. Absolutely no idea. Right, so even though we didn't get too much, that might be enough, because we will have a March open right now. I love this art, man, it's so good. Okay, so let's set. I need to get it, man. That's actually super cool. Like, look at this, I already want to play the card. Alright, she is a Warlock, and this is why we kept the counterspell, but the problem was that we didn't draw a land, so next turn we weren't guaranteed to have this. They won't make a crime though. Ward, pay to life. Well, I wish I could prevent it. So if I soul partition it... Oh man, it's so hard to play without lands. Oh man, that's so harsh. 5 mana, a really bad target for the March, honestly. If I soul partition it, we kinda go back to square one. I don't love it, but I think this is what we have to do right now. It's not great, but we need to make sure that the crime is not committed. This might be their best creature. You don't play too many of them. Minor, alright. Agressive, alright. I wish I had some counter spells for all of this, but of course we won't get there. We absolutely won't get there. So I kinda need to play Celestus to pretend I drew a land, because you know we either get flooded or mana screwed, there's no in between. Alright, so our... Wow, he actually has everything. Okay, this is interesting. We probably go with this. That means 8 damage, and that's what we have to go for. Well, our opponent definitely does not suffer from bad draw right now. Okay, so I can go for the Emperor. You know what? So this is Emperor. This is March on probably No More Lies or something. That's kinda okay, right? I could also Sunfall. What's the downside of Sunfall? Is there one? I probably don't have haste creatures. I guess then they can play Gisa, and then we cannot remove her very well, and we don't flip the Celestus as well. So those are a little bit of downsides. Yeah, let's go with this. A little bit risky, but I think it should be close enough. They cannot play her yet unless they draw a land. Yep, and this is where we got back into the game. Alright, No More Lies, probably useful, it can counter this. Negate, absolutely useful, they have non-land creature. You get the idea, they have the stuff. And I kinda need the removal. I think with this we are kinda forced to go with a land, we can draw another. Alright, that's okay. Like I need every one of those cards, because they answer different things. So I guess they have caverns, right? It's uncounterable. Good for them, good for them. So I can start playing the Emperor. Then I can Sun for this and start getting tokens. I think this is the best deal. Because we start being aggressive and then they need to fight for the board. So that makes skeletons way worse. I kinda forgot that we cannot counter it. Of course, like, why would we? Let's go with this one, because I don't want to pay the ward. And I mean, we start making the board. And they don't have Bloodletter into the dreadful thing, so they cannot one-turn combo us. That's fine. We have enough tokens to pressure them for the rest of the game, probably. Yep, and they're down to 1 card right now. And I will gladly cycle, and this is not what we want right now. It won't be necessary. And this is probably the card. Alright, so I think we'll just play Memory Deluge at the end step, but we need to have all the counter spells, and we flip as well, while also life gaining. Alright, so we will see. I think we go like this. I love Landsman, but I'm not sure if we have luxury to go for a lot of them. Okay, let's go Sword Partition. Let's go Sword Partition. I want to make sure that I hit a land. Alright, number 1, this is a good card. And probably a great target for Negate. And they're out. Good. And we needed to work for it, but you can see that if you take some extra damage for the skeletons, you get so much more control over the game later. Alright guys, it took around 1-2 minutes and our opponent finally played the land, realized he's in the game, and I don't know what it means, but maybe, just maybe, he plays mono red. It's hard to say. So we will double lockdown him probably. Let's see if that's double 1-drop, which is normally the best case for them, but in this situation it's actually not very good. I would love, like, I don't want to show that we have no priority. This is a really big deal. This kind of deck always fears buffing this into open mana. So I really don't want them to do it. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We have double lockdown, so we can just, you know, go for it. I think. Yeah, they really count on this Kumano faces Kakazan. So even if they have good curve and they will play Godric on the next turn, so they probably have play with fire, they can get us to 15, with Godric to 12. And I mean, we still need to draw lands. If we are good at Magic, we'll draw lands and win the game. If we are bad at Magic, we don't draw lands and we lose the game. So as you can see, there's a lot of decisions involved. And honestly, I'm kinda hoping that double lockdown can end this game. And that's a good one for them. If we draw a land, that should be kinda it. We didn't, of course. Perfect. That's how I like it. Without a good draw. So let's try to mitigate as much damage as possible. They will scale like absolute crazy. They will deal 7 damage through it or even higher. But that also means I might be able to use Jace for -2 on the next turn and actually try to hit my lands. We are forced to make this play because our draw is not good enough. Like, we have very good early game, but on the 4th land we are absolutely whiffing. Honestly, well, this is great normally. I'll kinda take it, just because it lowers the damage. Oh, and they invested everything into Jace, so you know what? Okay, I drew a land! Oh my god, I drew a land. Man, that's glorious. Absolutely glorious. We don't need to do anything right now. Okay. Okay, now we have options. And Jace is okay, but it will never get those creatures to 0 attack. Like, they scale so crazy that tapping out means they can go up to 10 or something. Like, if they go anger, into rage, into, play with fire, that's already some insane damage. Alright, they probably want more than 3 damage this turn. Listen, I think I will take it because I really want the Memory Deluge. They probably won't do anything, right? Okay, that's smart. They are trying to play around counter spells, but I kinda didn't want to interact with them anyway. Yeah, you can play with fire. This always cracks me up, because if they make this play, they assume I would counter spell it. That's the only reason to make this play. And believe me, I'm not counterspelling it. If I play Soul Partition, that's kinda cool because I can get my Emperor back. And I'm not sure, this is not bad. I think I will take Soul Partition. I know lands are absolutely amazing here, but I can draw one naturally if I'm good at Magic. I'm not. But the big thing why I did this play in the end, Soul Partition can target things that aren't tapped. And when they cast this, I really want to target it. Otherwise, I might be in some, serious trouble. Slick Shot. All right, go for it. Yep. And see, if I didn't do this, oh, but that's a little bit rough, because then I get hit by the Codebreaker. Do I want to give them an extra card, or we want to go with the tempo with the Emperor? That's a tricky one. So if I go Soul Partition, they deal so much damage. This will be 4. But I life gain a little bit. I can also just go for what? Oh boy, I could just go with the lockdown, but that will tap me out and that's not great. That's the big problem. I think we kinda have to allow it. It's a hard choice, honestly. Yeah, now you will attack. But they know that we have something, otherwise we wouldn't make this play, and we wouldn't think so long. But, well, I think Soul Partition is still better than the land, but it's close, because we are short, like we are missing a lot of lands this game. Alright, full swing, good decision. We will play the Emperor, and I'm not sure what we will go for. Probably the Codebreaker. Because this will create a lot of life for us. That's kinda good. So if I lock down, they don't draw a card, but that's kinda it. Yeah, I think we go like this. We can double remove something, and that should slow them down a little bit. And this will be helpful at, at some point against the Swift Spear or something, or the Goblin. They get trample, but it's something. Alright, do you want to kill me? So we will try to get on their grid, because they know if we don't have a removal, they win the game. Alright, they went for it. Good for them, good for them. We cannot really prevent it, so we will try to kill the Slick Shot in response. They will draw a card, potentially a land, so they can play something else. But we need to mitigate as much damage as possible, and we have Soul Partition. So maybe we can get the Emperor back and go from there. And they're out. See? They don't even want to try to kill us. They know we are stabilizing and we should be in a good spot. And I'll take it. Alright guys, we are going second, so we are not very good so far. And let's see the mountain. Oh, it's a mulligan. Alright, you know what? It doesn't seem to be an aggro deck. We'll see what type of Dimir or Esper it is. And alright, so we kinda know by now. But you know what? I think we should be okay. They won't deal too much damage with the Duelist, so we can just chill a little bit and force, the counter spell on their next play. And countering Raffin is huge. Now they need another Raffin. And you know what? I think in this situation we can play Celestus. It will be absolutely amazing here. It also allows Sunfall on the next turn, so if they have another Raffin, Gix is okay. But it gives them one card and we can Sunfall everything. I'm honestly not sure if we even want to Sunfall this. Maybe we just go Soul Partition, they play it again. That's kinda okay. We can also cycle some of the cards. Okay, so let's get the new card. The game is absolutely not over, but we're getting a decent control over it. It's better to have Field of Ruin. Maybe they will get something, who knows. Alright, so we can just try to hit geeks. They will probably attack. And we have enough. I wanted to go into the, you know, the night mode. So that's why we didn't play it main phase. Alright, they will probably replay it instantly. 1 damage. That will be 1 spell for the turn, right? And here's the one. I'm not sure if you wanted to cast it, my friend. Alright, that's kinda good for us. Like, honestly, this is a good deal. Agressive is super messy, and you cannot answer them with soul partitions because they are coming back sooner or later. So now they can play 5-man. They know they are so behind. They could play this, but that will be the full turn, and you know, as a control deck with Celestus, we should get better answers. Alright, we're going first. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. And honestly, we probably need some card advantage, and we should be fine. And we're against a control deck, alright. That will be a bit different. So we probably really want to start using this Mirex. We have double counter spells, so that's something. And we don't want to show Mirex for as long as possible. I don't love it, but you know, it is what it is. We could march this. Listen, I don't think we get better deal than this. It's not perfect, but you kinda need to, you know, go with what you have. And they will pass the turn probably. Yep. Alright, and now we will pass the turn. So it's either the Emperor or Mirex. I'm not sure how we will play here. We do not counter this one. Right now we have some pressure in the board. Having Emperor will be a bit of a problem. Oh, they don't have Emperor. And because we have Mirex, and they cannot play around it, they know they will be behind. That's a quick scoop, but I kinda get it. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed those games. We played a lot with this one, so if you are a fan of good long control gameplay, this is the video for you for sure. And I'll be honest, I was a little bit tired because I'm recording this video at like 5 AM. I'm super sleepy and I had a massive headache, so I hope my commentary was decent, but if not, you know why. So what about this deck? I'll be honest guys, it's completely not my style. It feels weird to me. I want to play control with like more counter spells, more cardo. I guess for Memory Deluge kinda does it, but you know, we have so many more Jays and we have so little counter spells. I didn't really like Soul Partition, so I'll be honest, I'm like, the stats are clear. This is the highest win rate version, but man, I would probably prefer to play my style with 3 steps ahead, no soul partition and just get lost, more lockdowns, and probably no flanker. I kinda like this version more. However, 4 Jace has some good upsides. Also, by the way, we play a lot of sweepers, like it's 7 sweepers here, but I would probably just focus on the lockdowns and a little bit Sunforce, and you know, maybe 1 farewell at the most. It's also a little bit weird with the fast lands. I usually don't play them, and man, this deck really goes hard on Field of Ruin. I prefer to go Mirex myself. Like, I prefer like 3 Mirex, 1 Field of Ruin at the most, especially that we have so many anchorages. So this deck kinda wants to win by probably creatures and, you know, just hitting your opponent in the face. You have seen it against the black deck, right? We can absolutely do it. And with 4 Jays, you can waste them. I've usually used 2. And 4 feels like a different strategy because you can waste first 2 of them and it's still fine. So no, this is a different style, very aggressive, very anti-aggro. That's probably why you don't have those counter spells. You have single negate, that's your only hard counter spell in the whole deck. So whenever I see a different control, I'm kinda getting a little bit scared already. But you can see that this little Mirex can absolutely win you the game. So personally, like this is obviously a very good deck. It has results and it's very anti-meta with all the removal. Flanker is also a good addition, but it's absolutely not my style, man. I like winning those grindy long games with a lot of cards, like a lot of counter spells, and just keeping my opponent in the check. So while it's probably the best laddering version, I will probably stick with my counter spells because I really enjoy them. And it feels a little bit weird for me to play so little Mirexes, but I guess it's just Anchorage deck more or less. But you know, I like Mirexes. They win me so many games when I don't get a good draw. So I really hope you enjoyed this, you know, the outro, the fresh review of the deck. And yeah, I mean, that's enough to say. And this is such a horrible end. Like, I'm too tired. I need to stop recording and just, you know, go sleep. So guys, really thank you for watching. I hope it was a great hour of Control gameplay, especially the first game. I wasn't sure if we win this, but I'm so happy with it. So thank you for watching as always. You guys are absolutely awesome. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow.
With